What's poppin', corn kernels, and welcome to Cinema Cynicals, where we break down movies, shows, and games, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the cynical. I'm the movie virgin, Pun, my co-host, Mr. Universal Studios himself. He found the Empire, he found Atlantis. Drunky, how you doing, my dude? What's poppin'?
Imagine if I just interrupted you right in the middle of that. Would we have to do a retake or
no? We get one and done here.
Just
you're more
one and
than
done.
interrupt us, you know.
I'm in.
Hey, this is our first actual episode of this show that we're doing. So hey, this is what they're getting into. This is how they're getting into our first episode.
People. It's not worth it.
Oh, hey. So we should probably introduce the concept of the show. I'm Pun. I'm the Pun Hit Wonder. I'm a dude that has not watched a whole lot of movies. I've seen some Disney movies. I've seen some really bad movies. And for the most part, I just don't really know anything about cinema or TV. I'm kind of boring when it comes to visual media. And, my lovely co-host, Drunkratt, here, he will introduce me here in just a second. But he and I came together with the idea of kind of showing me stuff. I have some stuff that I want to show him. And we just want to sit down, talk the good, the bad, the ugly, and the cynical. Of course, spelling it right sometimes, only when we feel like it.
Spelling's overrated.
We're mainly over on Twitch, but we want to come over to the YouTube sphere and do some new content for us that we're both a little still uncomfortable with, but we're hopefully in time we'll get a little bit easier. So
I don't think you're ready for it.
No, I don't think I'm ready for it. No one's ready, but this is why it's the first episode. The first is the worst. First round doesn't count, even though it's our fourth time, but we won't talk about that. So we've done this a few times. But so Chunky, feel free to introduce yourself.
You try and fail and you don't wait.
Mr. Universal Studios himself.
Hey there, yeah, I work at a place that makes movies and makes other things at Halloween Horror Nights, and I get to see behind the scenes, and it's boring. Like, it's just a bunch of people in masks, and all they do is tell you, get off my set, it's a hot set, you're gonna get fired.
We're about 3 minutes in, you've already ruined kayfabe.
Okay, what?
Kayfabe. Do you not know what kayfabe is?
No, tell me.
All right, so basically, it's in the wrestling world is the lore. It's the mask that you put on, like good guys are good guys and bad guys are bad guys, and like
but bad guys always wear masks.
I'm getting there. Sometimes, depending on the rest. Mr. Wrestling 2, I think was a bad guy. Depending. But no, like basically, like keeping the idea that wrestling is real and like you never break the
wrestling is real. What do you mean?
Good job. You know what I mean. Perfect. We're good. Yeah.
Anyway, so I've seen most movies, not all movies, but most movies. I'm proud of a lot of movies that we've made. I'm devastatedly horrified by a lot of movies we've made, but I'm excited we got a new part coming up, and I'm looking forward to not dishing out any details because I like my job.
Is that how that works?
That's exactly how it works.
You gotta love NDAs.
They're watching. Hi, Rob. How you doing? I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Well, unfortunately, this first project is not by Universal Studios.
That's true.
The other pissant company.
Corporate espionage is what I think the term is.
We're gonna poop on the. No, we're not actually gonna poop on this movie. I haven't seen this movie in about 20 years.
I love this movie. It's amazing.
It came out in 2001, so I probably haven't seen it
movies
in roughly
were good.
19, 18 years or so. But the first movie we're watching, as you see in the middle of the screen, is Atlantis: The Lost Empire. It's pirate.
Starring Michael J. Fox and a bunch of other people. But one of the things I'm going to talk about it as we get into it. One of my biggest things about movies is character development, character arcs, and setting things up before they happen, giving people a clear indication of what's going to come, consistency in storytelling. I'm really big on all these things, and this movie has it in spades. The people who turn out to be villains are shown, their motivation is shown ahead of time, but they never make the move too early. The people who are heroes, they are given their motivation early on. They do things that are counter to their character, but in a very organic way. I love it. Nowadays, in a lot of movies, you get a lot of things that just sort of aren't consistent, and this is back when writing was really cared about. So I'm gonna leave it to Pun to set us a sailing.
This isn't Sea of Thieves.
God damn it.
But so the runtime of this movie is roughly 96 minutes. There will be a timer on the overlay the entirety of the time. So if you miss a time cue, we can't actually show the movie because we're not sponsored. But we could be sponsored by Disney. I could be sponsored by Disney, probably. So
if you need a mole, I'm your guy.
But so
you're gonna meet Mole in this movie, by the way.
Moly, like holy moly.
Something like that. I ain't holy, I'll tell you that much.
But everyone at home needs to fire up their Disney Plus machines, or if you put your pirate cap
if
on,
you have a DVD,
or a VHS.
VHS, everybody. Come
on. If you got a other media playing production stuff from 2001.
Who are absolutely epic without your Betamax.
But roughly 96 minutes. So whenever we'll count down 3, 2, 1, play. Whenever we hit play, we will start.
Oh, play it?
Not right now. No. When I say play, like when we do the actual count, you're close. But no, we'll make sure that the timer's down below for the time cue. If you get missed astray, something happens. You know the deals, you know the rules, and so do I.
And we're also gonna put a timer in the description below to where you can go to skip all of these formalities.
Yes.
Probably should have said that at the beginning.
It's fine. Hey, it's first episode. We'll get a nice little script going. I'll probably have a script after watching this first episode. But yeah, so we'll have screen caps on the actual screen itself. That way you can see kind of where we're going, what's going on, kind of have a rough idea. A little audio here and there, but mainly it's going to be just us talking. So
yeah,
hopefully you enjoy that. Lovely time.
If you guys are watching from the future and you've seen some of the videos that we put out in the future, feel free to rip us a new one in the comments about how bad it was now, because hopefully it gets better. If it doesn't get better, go to future us, go to the us in the present, and tell us right now, you guys need to step up your game.
Yeah, what are you doing in your first episode? This is malarkey. I want my money back.
Exactly. That free subscription is very valuable.
Drunky, are you ready?
Aye, Captain.
Pun, are you ready? I think so. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right.
No.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, do I put? Okay, I'm pressing play.
Play. Time code down below.
Ooh.
Is that how that works?
I'm trying to do like a kind of thing, but I had pizza in my mouth and it didn't. In a single day and night of misfortune, the island of Atlantis disappeared in the depths of the sea. Plateau. 360 Bakken.
I thought that said Pluto for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I imagine that the planet.
Plato.
I mean, the planet disappeared too. It's not a planet anymore. If you think
Plato,
about it.
fun for all ages.
Not sponsored. We could be sponsored by it.
It's also not edible. Don't eat it, guys. No, I mean, it's kind of edible. Either. I think it's safety, but just don't eat it.
All right, I have to commentate. These flying sharks are pretty poggers. They look like the Breath of the Wild champion things, like the animal things.
Does. Yeah,
you know.
And I think this was like one of those times where they were really introducing a lot of 3D animation into animation here. Like they were doing that with Futurama early on. They were doing that with Treasure Planet. Mm-hmm. It was an interesting concept, and they really pulled it off here.
This is quite interesting. So when was the last time you saw this movie, other than like in the last week?
I was gonna say like 2 days ago. I don't binge this on a regular basis. What do you mean? That's crazy.
I just, I gotta say, right off the bat, this animation style looks really good. Wow, like this, the characters look really good for the time period that this movie came out. But I also feel like this time period like had really good character design. Yeah.
I really like the way that they did a really good job of imbuing the art here with actual emotions. Like when the mother looked up and her eyes glowed and her mouth sort of settled in that like not satisfied but content. That was a really cool moment. You're seeing the fear and awe and despair of the characters, and the mother, she just gave into it.
Is this the beginning of Wind Waker?
It kind of is, actually. And the Kingdom of Hyrule sank beneath the sea.
So you're telling me that Atlantis is in Sea of Thieves?
Are you telling me that Ganondorf is an Atlantean?
Probably. Because that's the only thing I can think of. Oh.
Good old Washington Dick.
Right before Prohibition.
You know
Can we
more about
dress up like
alcohol than I
this?
do.
Rob, can I dress up
Dude.
like this one day?
This isn't considered Victorian, is it?
No, this is American.
See, this is one of the things in this movie that I absolutely hate. You're going to see, he's going to look at these symbols that are, I guess, Nordic or something. And he's like, yeah, well, we mistranslated one of the symbols. Now we'll get to it. 10,000 years before the Egyptians built the pyramids. Oh, yeah. Dude, that medicine one, that guy was doing some sick moves.
This is a PowerPoint 1914.
Steam. Yeah, kids, more powerful than Steam. Nothing's more powerful. Epic's not even as powerful as Steam.
I mean,
God, Epic.
And EA, don't even get me started.
Ugh. Not sponsored by, and will never be sponsored by EA.
No, God no. This looks, oh my God, I can't believe how good this movie looks.
Norse text, maybe. Anyone who speaks Norse, please let me know.
Are we going to Ireland right now?
No, we're not.
When was Guinness made? I feel like if we're going to Ireland, we should probably get a pint of Guinness.
One of the letters had been mistranslated. See, this is what I'm saying. It's like Norse and English are just a letter swap away.
Ireland.
Oh. Ireland is not called Ireland in Norse, though. It's called
Greenland.
London Leprechauns. And that's probably
Iceland is green and Greenland is ice.
That's a good point.
Wait, were phones invented?
Yeah. Dude, the telegraph was like in the 1800s, wasn't it?
That's fair. Yeah, also, he has no phone. Alexander Graham Bell.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, okay. No, it didn't happen. Never mind. Oh, reveal.
All right, that's upsetting.
His PowerPoint presentation was so boring, they all died.
It was close, though. I was intrigued. I want to go to Iceland. I mean, I've always wanted to go to like Iceland. Check it, maybe like Scandinavia. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. See, people used to draw on chalkboards. They didn't have tablets.
That is hysterical. I love that.
I just want to take a moment to appreciate Michael J. Fox's voice. That's him, by the way.
It is so good. I have to say, so far,
sincerity and that just genuine spark to it.
The voice very much matches the character.
Mm-hmm. He's enthusiastic. He's energetic. Even though he's in the boiler room and nobody respects him, he still pushes and strives.
I'm pretty ditzy, but like not in a bad way.
Listen, you can't max out your intellect and charisma and still get dexterity and strength.
That's fair.
Come on.
Yeah, that acrobatics check is very low.
Dear Mr. Thatch. Yep, I've actually experienced this accidentally at Universal before, where they changed a meeting from like Monday to Friday, but the previous Friday, and I didn't catch it for like a week. I was like, wait, when is this meeting happening? Anyway.
There was no buses.
Rich people. Look at his tiny little hat.
Is this just like a remaking of Columbus, trying to find like
basically? That's exactly what it is.
Really?
Only the other way around, going the opposite direction.
Well, going east instead of west, but essentially, like he's gonna sell like, hey, I can find stuff, you know?
Yeah, I mean, didn't he like go to the English government several times and they were like, piss off, bitch?
And then
he went to
France,
Spain.
Right? Was it Spain or France?
I don't know.
Hold on. I'm the research guy here. Hold on.
Boiler. Hey, Heinz.
Boiler. How do they know her? Columbus. Got his.
That car is going at least 25 miles an hour. Got to be careful. At least he's wearing a helmet.
No, you're right. It was Spain. Yeah, Ferdinand and Isabella agreed to finance his journey.
Yeah. Hey, so you learned something, guys. Hernando Isabella. Nice. The thing is,
oh my god, they've done so well to present like the idea of this movie.
Yeah, but I have to say, what he's saying is not exactly bad advice. If you've got, you know, grand crazy theories, not everyone's going to believe you. And if you can't do anything about it, then things are happening. But you know, this does show she came down his chimney.
Step on my chest, please.
Dodging that one. Anyway, I was just saying that sometimes you got to reevaluate your fervor, but this goes to show, obviously this is a fantasy, but this goes to show that if you do stick with it and you find someone else who will believe you and you can convince them, you got to be convincing. Then
so basically this is
make your dreams happen.
So this is Spain. So he talked in English and
yes, exactly. God. This metaphor. Spain is looking good. Hot damn. What the hell is a Caravaggio? Is that like an expensive rug?
Probably.
Guys, comments. What the hell is a Caravaggio? I don't trust Google.
Is it like a bidet?
It's definitely a bidet. Okay, Mr. Whitmore is in this movie for like 2 seconds, and I fucking love him.
That is a big foot. Oh.
Hey, man, you know what they say about big feet? They make good for good handshakes.
Long beard. Look at that beard game.
Thaddeus. I actually got it. I named one of my characters in D&D Thaddeus because of this movie.
Woo.
God, I want to do that, and it's going to break my ankle. I'm going to break my ankle. I'm going to sue Disney.
You're going to break a lot of things.
I'm going to sue Disney.
Well, you got to go to Atlantis to find the cure.
Breaking my ankle. I'm not going to sue Disney. Disney, don't pay any attention. I was joking. I'm sorry. I can already smell the lawyer coming a mile away.
Yep. We're not actually going to sue.
Yep. Hey, Milo, it's your boy. What
happened do we figure out what happened to Milo's parents? Like we know about his grandfather. Yo, that looks like a Sea of Thieves book.
He'll talk about that later.
Looks like one of the Toma curses if I'm not wrong.
Probably is. All right, listen to this. Whitmore. This is great. Watch Mr. Whitmore's reactions. He's poo-pooing it.
Oh my god, I love how passionate he is. Oh, he gets so fancy. You should have showered though.
Yeah.
You literally should have showered first.
So there's 2 tests. Whitmore is giving him 2 tests. How much does he believe in himself was the first one.
Yeah.
And he just passed it. And the next test is, what are you going to do about it? I love the look on his face could tell you that he was fishing for something. And again, the blend of animation, voice acting, and writing in such a great, just perfect mix to convey this organic idea. Oh, it turns me on.
I love how you said fishing. There's a fish tank in the back.
You know what? I'll take credit for that.
Whoa! Gonna kiss him on the mouth? Oh, I get it. I mean, at least he keeps his promise. Hey, there's a man right there. He keeps his promises.
You there, that Dutch?
Bye, Thunder. He was super great.
Nah. Establishing character motivation. They did it pretty well.
Hey, we have work to do, though.
I love how these are actually all written, too. Like, I don't think there's any lorem ipsum in here. Operating telephones. Actually, I mean, she is pretty crucial, but it's hilarious that. Oh man. Anyway, you'll see. Sorry, I'm starting to enjoy the movie.
No, you're good.
I gotta not do that.
I was trying to fix a little sound setting real quick because first episode. Those fish look like Pokemon in the background.
They do. Coelacanth. Oh wait, no, Coelacanth is actually what they are. What's the rock? Water
rock.
fish?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. Kitty.
He's bringing his pussy along.
That is so amazing. That literally looks like a Curse of Tombs from like a Curse of Power, like one of the curse books from Sea of Thieves. Literally. This is a good tag team right here. Oh my god, that absolute smile on him out.
Yeah.
Well, where does glasses go?
Now. But I was gonna say Anastasia. I think it was Anastasia Disney. I don't think so. Whatever it was, they were one of the first ones to introduce full 3D into 3D CGI into an animation, and it looked really weird.
Yes, is she on the journey too? Let's go.
Whoever took the L out of the motor pull sign, we're all amused. I love Cookie. Non-essentials. What the heck is cilantro? Oh, God.
Linus.
Three fingers. Love it.
Whiskey. Yeah, the whiskey is very much
beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard. They've condensed so much comedy into this. I love it.
It's so wild how much they've put into it. Like I'm actually kind of shocked with how much they've thrown into this.
They're doing a good job. They're also introducing. You don't even notice. They're introducing a bunch of side characters.
So good.
I know, right?
Hey, that guy. He looks familiar.
He's Luigi.
Dynamite.
And Mario. I got the dynamite.
This is Luigi after Daisy dumps him and he gets into hobby.
Mario goes on to be famous and Luigi's a laughingstock. So he gets into explosives.
Oh, he's the bad guy.
Yeah, so full spoiler alerts for everybody out there, bad guy.
Antagonist alert. Boop, 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 boop.
But they really do a good job of making it organic. Like the dude has motivations. Listen right here. This is the first clue. If you're listening, is right here. That is the first clue that he has any motivation other than the pursuit of knowledge. But later on, they actually start talking. Milo talks to all of them about like, what are your motivations? And they're all like, yeah, money. They're all in it for the money. And it makes sense. A lot of these people, they're just trying to support themselves. And this is a way to do that.
So are you saying it's a Spain or rich buttholes who just want money?
No, then it would have been the French. Actually, Mole is French.
I kind of saw that the old guy doesn't go on the adventure.
You have disturbed the doubt.
Valsha Shop and Moria.
God, okay, the music composition.
Yeah, I was just about to say this absolute score of a.
It's a very uplifting, like we're ready for adventure on this. Just the slow zooming into our main character, just totally baffled and excited.
This might be the peak of Disney.
Yeah, this is the golden era, I think, or it might be actually at the end of the golden era. This
might be like the last great hit that Disney's had before they got into.
I don't know when Treasure Planet was because that was one of their best.
Oh, listen, real quick. Spoilers. We'll be watching that at some point.
Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have subtitles on?
I do not. I should though.
Okay, guys. Tonight's dinner will be Baked Beans musical program to follow. Who wrote this? Every moment Miss Packard is on screen is a riot.
That's too many questions.
Again, they do a great job of establishing everybody's unique strengths and character flaws.
Very fast,
immediately.
Too. Like before you even hear anything, you see the character. Treasure Planet came out in 2002, so it came out one
This is
year
right
after.
after. Yeah.
No, this is right before. Treasure Planet came out the year after. This is 2001. Treasure Planet was 02.
He's able to determine his occupation by the piece of dirt under his fingernail.
Hot damn! Cyborg before Teen Titans was a thing.
This is.
Do you see the ass on that man?
Everyone talks so quickly and so naturally. Mostly. Not everyone's natural. Oh man, I so want to pause it there. When he said his face contorted into this
that was
really weird. It was great.
We'll put the screenshot up of that.
I love it. With what?
Nice meeting you, sir.
They establish everybody as like I said, not everybody's perfectly organic, but
God.
There's
how is she making phone calls from a sub?
Yeah, don't ask questions. Come on.
I gotta suspend my disbelief.
Submarines have some level of communication.
But talk to Margie.
Margie, I don't think he's coming back. Here's your actual PowerPoint. This is a rich person PowerPoint presentation right here.
It's Sombra's grandmother.
She's like 12.
Sombra's mother?
Sombra's
great aunt. How'd they get in there?
That shouldn't have been in there. That was just meant to make him look, geeky.
The Leviathan, isn't that in Subnautica?
I feel like that was a pretty inorganic joke.
A little bit.
In no way does that look like a serpent. And wasn't he a big fish? He wasn't like a sea serpent.
Well, that looks more like a lobster.
Yeah, exactly. You said there would be digging. God damn, he draws pretty quick, pretty fast.
That is very well. That's what I call quickhand for a man who does a lot of words.
Cartographer, linguist, plumber. I like her. She's casually flipping her gun. Every action these characters do show you
it's Ash's great aunt. Everyone's great aunt is in this movie.
Every action these characters do show you a bit about their personality. This is using screen time effectively. Look how Rourke just looked very unfazed. He was more bored than anything.
I can imagine being bored.
He's Soldier 76. Oh God, now I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're welcome. I know there are a couple of video games.
Look at that. Hot damn.
They're doing so much, not so fast, but they're definitely
How far are we into this movie? We're only like 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
God damn.
This isn't with the first 30 movies. They're already building so much.
He's reading from the book. She's looking over his shoulder, kind of interested, but also generally get it. And Rourke just doesn't give a shit. He just wants the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that when you were submerging, he didn't say. Oh.
Bigger. Damn. The facial expressions on these characters, even when it's just dead silent. There it is. Oh, can someone get some plank on that? Yeah, I don't think that's a Leviathan. That seems way more like a big lobster.
Whenever it hits it like that, that's a lot of G-forces. These guys should be
he
flying.
said lobster. It depends how deep they are.
Break out the butter and something. I want this lobster cooked.
Melt the butter and break out the bibs.
How's it?
We can start saying that. I feel like that'd be a really good catchphrase.
Dude, it could just tear that thing in half without even. Like,
it should be.
Have to.
Because it depends on the.
See, this is one of the first Disney movies, I think, aside from, well, never mind. I was going to say Lion King. It showed the death of a character just like casually. She was willing to sacrifice one person to save the rest of them. That's commitment right there to the group. She's a hardened veteran, basically.
It's very interesting that like Milo figured out this is a machine very quick. Oh.
She even grabs it. She doesn't just run. She actually has to defend herself. Quick thinking, quick. Anyway, I'm going to start gushing.
Oh. Wow.
Look at his face. His face is still just dead calm. Like, we got to go. Hackard, I'll call you.
That's a true friendship right there, you know?
Just that all hands abandon ship. All hands abandon ship. All hands abandon ship. And here's your last second trope. But I mean, you got to get the tension going.
It's really good though. That was hot.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Woo,
it just created.
Well, okay, that was a really expensive piece of machinery, and it's gone 5 minutes into their journey.
I love how weird. It's crazy how much has happened in the first 20-ish minutes of this movie.
They made an Atlantis 2.
No, that was good though.
Atlantis 2, Milo's Return, which funnily enough didn't have Michael J. Fox in it.
What did Milo return to?
So he spoiler alert, he stays in Atlantis at the end of this.
Yeah.
So he's returning back to the surface. But in Atlantis 2, it's a little rough.
Yeah.
Most the animation's not as good. The writing's a little bit rushed, and they kind of just try to cram everything. Although I think they tried to make that into a TV show, and they never got greenlit. So instead, they took the first 3 episodes and just made them into a movie.
That's fair.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad for a movie standpoint, but it was good for what they kind of went through.
I love how it was only like that. Well, I guess more than just the main cast.
I wonder how this place gets air. It's so far underwater.
I mean, water is H2O. So there might be like some.
2 H's for every O's, man.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
7 hours. That is absolutely wild.
That's charisma right there. Leadership. Got to keep everyone's hopes up, because in a situation like this, you give up hope.
That was lose, such a good motivational speech right there.
Yeah. But like I said, he is the bad guys. They were all on the big sea thing. The escape thing. It's a good thing that the digger ended up on this one, because otherwise it wouldn't have been available to them. They need it later. Okay, to be honest, if I ever had to drive stick, this would be me.
I've driven stick twice in my life. Where'd they get the trucks from, though?
It was all on that big. The thing is, we didn't grasp the scale of the submersible that came out.
Well, we also didn't get a grasp
massive.
of scale how big the Leviathan was. If this is all on that one kind of smaller ship, like
that whole thing was like taking up the main portion of a massive oil tanker.
Yeah, like there's so much equipment coming off that kind of submersible thing. Like that's insane.
They're kind of breezing past how they went through over that thing.
They're doing so much exploring in such a little time. It's a little upsetting, but I do get what they're trying to do here.
They're trying to get us to Atlantis at this point.
Yeah,
they did a lot of prep work. They did a lot of showing us how, like, who they are, establishing characters, establishing motivation, and
they're
now
doing so good with.
Oh, we got some glance of some. Here's more character interaction. Yeah. Pretty sure Nitro, and this is also they're showing that
they don't.
He hasn't really ingratiated him. Well, it's not so much they don't trust him. He's not one of them. You know, he's not part of the initial team.
He's a goof.
This is the goofy movie. But all of these guys. They've already gone on a mission together. They're the team that got the book in the first place from Iceland. So he's not part of their in group yet, you know?
But unfortunately, he's the leader of the pack by proxy. Because he has to be.
Pardon me. Oh my God.
Everyone in the comments, please comment, bless you, if you made it.
Listen, it's Florida and it's February or March, which means it's summer.
No, this is Atlantis. We're close.
Lots of pollen. This is one of the best lines. I totally talked over it.
That's Junkrat's great uncle. I'm saying great aunt.
Oh my God, this must have taken thousands of years to carve. Hey, look, I made a bridge. Look, he looks all.
How was it so cold and then so warm?
Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is literally Junkrat.
Rolled flare.
That gasp really hit different though. You just see how excited. Yeah. Oh, that's not good.
Steam engines, baby. Well, actually, internal combustion, I guess. Oh no, it is a steam engine because it's a boiler. No. Don't touch anything.
You're not supposed to touch anything.
See, we established that was one of his skills in the beginning. Remember the boiler? He's acting all a little overconfident there, bro.
Charisma roll. That charisma roll was decent.
Boop.
I'm surprised this cabin has. Oh, that looks like a Destiny 2 reference. Yep, I've done a dungeon like that before.
And this is where they're finally starting to My grandma used to say that. You're so skinny, if you turn sideways, no one would notice you or something stupid like that.
Hey, let's go.
Look at Sweets. He's like, God damn it.
Can resist.
Voice acting 10 out of 10. I'm just going to turn this into Drunkrat gushes over the competitors' movies. Here, this is where they do it. Establish motivation. They're just people, you know?
Huh. I need
just a bunch of people.
Everybody made this far in the film. Please comment meow down below for Sherlock. Thank you.
And comment for Perry the Platypus.
Trying to pet him to keep him happy.
I get a lot of Yosemite Sam and vibes from him. And this is more establishing character. Vinny helps him pitch a tent.
It's so nice. I can see why they do trust him enough because of his grandfather, but like, yo, he got a little definition though.
Mm-hmm.
He also has massive hands. Look at those fingers. Those fingers are so long.
They've done really well with the hands and the facial expressions to just show. It may not be perfectly proportioned, but it's a great.
It's very exaggerated.
Yeah, the sense of like shows what you're doing.
You're getting the emotions, you're getting the feelings, you're getting the body language behind. Maybe not their words per se, but you're getting like what they're feeling.
Mm-hmm. They're very expressive. I just like to blow things up.
It's literally Junkrat.
Nah, this is the truth though. Oh.
Bram. Oh my god.
Where is it? What is it? What does match my dress? I love Vinny.
They don't make movies like this anymore, do they? They really don't. Is he sleeping down there? Yes, he is. I want to know Mo's story.
God damn, he is jacked.
He a big boy.
Yeah. And this is where we meet some of our other friends. This is cool. They give him the really like alien movements, the really fast, really jerky, and then they show, oh wait, they're human. Oh. Yeah, they don't look like the rest of our cast, so they look
Red,
out of.
It's got a gun. That's a mood.
Uh-oh. Oh shoot, fireflies. Fireflies. Told you. That is a great reaction. It takes you a second or two to like understand.
Smart man can't figure. Yeah, smart man can't figure fire. Fire.
That's a lot of fire.
Literal fire.
Literal. He's actually got a whip.
I mean, you don't have, oh no.
Oh no, okay,
That's
that
another
would've hurt him.
death. That's the second death right there.
He's down. Sorry, Milo down, everybody.
Can I get a res over here?
Oh, and red shirt down. Oh no.
It was the bridge.
Of course, there goes the gas truck too, yeah. It's not gas, I guess it would be coal. Wouldn't it be coal if they're using steam power?
Oh no, 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 no. Go, 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 go.
I guess
no,
the regular
no,
trucks
no,
are using
no, no, no.
internal combustion.
Yeah.
That's a well-designed truck. That the driller thing.
That's a very well-designed bridge.
Steampunk, man. Oh yeah, by bridge.
Oh. Man down. My say, dude, don't say the pound.
Somebody's gonna have to suck out the poison. I want those. I want those. That headset.
Oh, that's really cool. She is the comedic relief, and I love it.
Who are they going to look at? A, Audrey, B, Vinny, C, Milo. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally inappropriate timing, but hey, good joke. Yeah, at this point, they're kind of like, they still want to find Atlantis, but they're also in survival mode.
Well, I mean, I don't blame them. Like, they have to.
I like it. No, that's a really good response because these people are stranded down here now. And yeah. I'll walk it off. That's not that bad.
Hey, yo.
Kita.
He's like, damn. Oh. That looks like the lightning scar out in Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's actually related to Harry Potter. I like how her first instinct was to help him. It goes a long way to show.
I mean,
the
you clearly know he's not a threat.
True. Yeah. No, that's a good. And look how she looked happy at him for a second, and then threat comes. They gotta run. Yeah. But so from an individual standpoint, it shows that she is willing to help. But the cool thing is we soon learn that not everyone in her, city.
Well, they can't. It's there's a Tarzan maybe like the crew. Not the Croods. Maybe like the Croods. There's something going on. Hey, they found something.
Where'd the driller go?
It's still behind them.
It was right behind him.
I moved a little bit.
It moved out of the way so they could get a good shot.
Yeah, who's Jefferson Davis?
I think he was like an early guy in American history, probably a president. Everybody roast us in the comments for how shit we are at history.
Davis. Yeah, former president of the Confederacy.
Oh. Okay,
he's a Confederate. Yeah, he's a Confederate president.
I love this. They can smell fear just by looking at you. So keep quiet. God, I love it.
Oh. Working on it. I really like how he practiced Atlantis.
This reminds me when I was learning Russian, and it takes.
He's trying. It's working.
That was Latin, French. They speak my language. Buenos dias.
Okay,
Hey.
okay. I love. Okay,
They
there's
speak all
some
these different languages.
intermingling very quickly.
I don't know if that's how it works. He pushed him out of the way. You see that?
Yep.
That was a little aggro.
Wow, they learn English real fast.
I think that was a note to show that he didn't like that Milo was starting to get the leadership role because he's the only one to be able to communicate.
He's got an inferiority complex.
Well, there was that, but then did you see that smug look when they did start speaking English? So he was like, "Yeah, okay, I can communicate. I can maintain.
I can regain the leadership. Yeah, of what we're looking for here." Because he's definitely been losing it a little bit.
This is where you start seeing. Look at his face.
Oh, he upsetty. I really like the mole on her face.
Boom. That is the first, aside from the push, that is the first indication that he actually has ill intent. Apparently they have a plan that goes counter to what Milo was planning, which is essentially to get rich. And she thinks that there being people here changes that. And he's like, no, it changes nothing. So obviously the lives of these people doesn't matter to him. It works better if you think of him as a pirate captain and these are his crew. He cares about his crew. He doesn't care about anyone else, though.
And there's clearly this stowaway person. Oh my god. It's the Avatar.
If you have subtitles on, you can actually see what they're saying.
Yep.
It is the Avatar, right?
I wonder what they need to help with.
See, she still has hope after all these thousands of years. I wonder how fast they grow up, because she was like a kid at the beginning, and he's about 5 billion years ancient.
Why? They know.
He knows.
I'd say you can see it, but he doesn't have eyes, so it's probably like a seer type thing. Yo, this is a conversation.
Good writing.
That was a good charisma check, though. This was a really good conversation.
He failed his insight roll.
Sense motive check.
Sense motive check, is that a thing in Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They have an insight roll.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, sense motive would be like what you're kind of like looking to see, like what the intention is of the conversation.
Why are they still speaking English? I guess just to make it easier
for the audience. Why are you asking questions you don't want to know the answer to? Why are you looking into this too much?
I love her voice acting.
She's so animated, and I love the fact that he's not that animated. Like his mouth is moving, his eyes are moving, but other than that, his body is just kind of still.
But hear her desperation in her voice.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely Milo-esque.
Desperation, hope, love.
Well, doesn't have eyes. Mole.
One of my favorite moments of the film.
Can you not be sneaky like that?
He's gonna try to be aggressive, and I love how this turns out.
Stealth check. Yo, can you see the desire in her eyes, dude? Like,
I don't know about that.
There's something. You see the eyes though.
Maybe I'm projecting my anyway. She is interested though in mostly the knowledge, but yeah, I don't think she doesn't like him. I don't think they've gained that attraction yet. There we go. Now there's a little bit of like cuteness there. Lore dump.
Yeah, seriously, we're gonna get so much lore in the next couple minutes here. How old are you? Oh yeah, isn't she like? Oh, we're gonna learn a lore about this, huh?
She's like 8,000 years old. This is an important moment.
Milo's got some decent. Milo's got a decent hairline.
Wait, listen.
The characters are so finely drawn. It's a little weird that she's just standing still watching, but like she's not. Oh, no, I mean this way. But
I totally misunderstood when he said that. Or the first time I ever watched this, it was 85, 88, 100 years old. I thought he was saying you're like 100 years old. 8,800, 8,800. Hot damn.
Oh, this is the book they needed. Oh no.
Again, another trope that I love that they avoided. He's not the chosen one. He has skills that he naturally learned over the course of his interests and his fervor, but he isn't a chosen one. He came down here and just happens to have the skills needed, but he's not a hero. He's not the one who's been told all his life that he deserves it, or even the one that is prophesied or anything like that. It just happened, you know? I love that. It isn't random because they wouldn't have gotten here without his skills in the first place. But the fact that he has these skills when he got here makes him useful to her as well. And just very well done in Disney.
Okay.
Bro, sort of semi-condescending.
Roll back.
Yeah.
There it is.
The sound design for that the subtle thrumming in the background, it sounds powerful.
It's indestructible too. Good try.
Giggles. I mean, she doesn't have the same like prohibition, not prohibitions,
prohibition
taboos. She's just running around doing her thing, and she's confident, and she trusts him. She doesn't feel threatened by him, and he's showing interest, and not only that, he's also showing like excitement and adventurousness. He's not scared. He's just excited. And that is just...
Well, this is something he's been looking forward to his whole life. Stories from his grandfather, reading the book a bunch of times, learning Atlantean.
But the common like idea of a nerdy character or a character who's very intelligent is one that also is not very brave or bold. And he's actually showing lots of braveness and boldness. Oh God, Leviathans, run!
Middle of him. Oh.
Communication issues.
It's a little Abbott and Costello.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Why would she take that from that? She's smart. Walking through the bazaar with your girlfriend. You are confusing me. Carry my stuff. Come on, baby.
All 38. Wait, hold on.
I don't think he's the brightest tool in the toolbox. That was a great analogy.
You were doing great there.
I don't think he's the sharpest crayon in the
1914 U.S. map. How many states were there?
Oh, he's way off. I think it's only what 48 or maybe no, because there's 48 at that point. Do we have Hawaii and Alaska at that point?
No, that's that. We're way before that. Nice.
I kind of want to try that stuff now. Here you go. Bad guys always wear masks.
Well, duh, that's kayfabe.
What's the gas mask? What's with the gas mask? Did they all have garlic with dinner or? That's torturous. He's torturing that. Oh, never mind. That was kind of rude.
You know what? There were 38 states at this time.
Really? Holy crap.
Maybe. No, there might be more.
What states were we missing? I like this. He obviously, she's like, oh, there's murals, and he's like, oh, hey, murals, and he starts reading, and she's like, no, not there, man. Come on.
I count 41, maybe, but this is
Look
a
at
bit
it.
of another map.
Michael J. Fox.
Me. I swim pretty, girl.
He did all of that in one take. I mean, like, you had to make it organic. Camp run amok. Where are you going, bro?
He can't swim.
All right, this kind of got a little spooky for me. I mean, maybe we're sure that there's no sharks down here, but I'm not diving that deep without a guaranteed air source. Maybe she can hold her breath for like 20 minutes. I don't know. Maybe she can hold her breath.
I mean, they literally are. I mean, she literally she knows this area way too well, though. Let's be real. Like, I would trust her. You know what I mean? But hold on. Here's the thing I'm messing though. The fact that he's trying to read underwater, he's not wearing goggles, so I think it's gonna be a little blurry.
I grew up on a lake, and you can see pretty well underwater as long as you're not kicking up a bunch of sand. Gonna find out. That's not writing. He's just looking at symbols.
I mean, there was writing there. The Vikings, it looks like.
Yeah, Vikings. Looks like the Englishman. So this is indicating to me. Oh, there's the writing. It's indicating to me that the statues like defended the city from all these. Well, invaders.
They're the ones who put up the barrier when the thing
at the beginning, yeah, but also invaders of other kinds as well. Although they wouldn't have run into the Norse or the Vikings and stuff because they were around like in 8,000, 9,000 years ago.
That's fair.
Don't you get it? That was a little micro. The missing pages.
Oh, he's gonna sleep real good.
Everyone
That's a lot of guns. Whoa, he's got a big gun.
It's a machine gun. Did they have machine guns in 1914? I know they had it in the first World War.
Gun?
Tommy guns were like 20s and later, I think.
What a dick.
Listen. See, he's a pirate captain. He totally sees them as like family, friends, and so on. The people here are not. And Milo is not willing to think like that.
Nascar kick. Guys, this is why capitalism was a mistake.
Adventure capitalism?
God, that smile. He has such a big... Oh my... The big smile to just a little pouty face. That's amazing. And the mole. Oh. The mole on her face, dude. I can't get over it. I don't know why.
Call it a beauty mark, man.
It is... Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I'm not holding any bees right now.
They're like Indiana Jones, but with guns.
No, you're not.
Why didn't you have a round chambered already?
Because you didn't feel like you needed it?
Room service. Every time you hear someone cocking a gun, like,
yeah,
it's just to sound good.
Ooh.
The shadow over his face when he did that.
I love... They didn't show the actual violence either.
But Rourke, this was not part of the plan. See, this is where Sweets shows that he's not wholeheartedly in this either.
He's here because he has to be.
I think he did initially have the motivation. He just didn't actually want to hurt anybody.
Yeah. Well, he's a doctor, you know. He's takes an oath to...
See, he's not dumb.
He takes an oath to, you know, protect. I mean...
He's got an oral fixation with that match. Biggest character flaw. Biggest character flaw of Rourke, oral fixation.
He's got to look cool, you know? Oh, this looks wild. This is a Sea of Thieves vault.
Jackpot. Oral fixation. Come on, man.
He looks cool.
He looks like an evil Buzz Lightyear.
It's the 7 stages of the Legend of Zelda. That's it. No.
What's your schedule? She's also like empathetic.
Bro!
What?
The look on her, oh my god, it's so much expression with just that one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
She doesn't want to do this either.
And look at his face when this happens. He just gives zero shits. Yeah, you're angry. So what? The air feels heavier. Oh, a little reference for the Gilded Flask, everybody. Ma Tim. Remember that?
No.
Ma Tim was when it's mother. She was like, Ma Tim.
Oh, her mom's the crystal.
Her mom's in the crystal. Her mom's part of the crystal.
Her mom's the crystal.
But what we saw before was when she was used. We'll find out later, but
Yeah, there's a bunch of souls in there.
Well, it takes a sacrifice. It takes her physical form in, and if she's not removed soon enough, it keeps her.
Yeah. Oh, she pissed.
Oh, we'll be well. Oh, she's Jesus.
I mean, they are kind of a water people if you think about it.
Are they waterbenders? She's a waterbender, bro.
See the Avatar. The Avatar is her dad,
Dude.
and she's just a waterbender. I'm telling you, man. So the Avatar, the Wind Waker, Sea of Thieves, and Atlantis are part of the same universe.
Canon.
Which means Pirates of the Caribbean is part of this universe too.
Does that mean Avatar, which is a Nickelodeon property, is mixed with this, which is a Disney?
Yeah, of course.
Disney?
Which then you have Nintendo. And that all comes back to Disney with, which is Rare, which is Microsoft. And then that all ties back into Pirates of the Caribbean, which is also Disney. Yeah. It's the circle of life.
And it moves us all.
It's like the Lion King.
Everything comes back to Disney. Goddamn.
Yeah, see, it makes sense. We are putting things together. That is amazing.
Welcome to a little channel we like to call Show Theory. Wait, no, hang on. I'm going to get it sued.
I mean, probably. Oh, God.
Once again, the sound design.
This whole scene is just absolutely incredible.
Hear the whirring of the stones just as it
you feel like you're there.
The whirring becomes
I gotta check out some of these video games. These video games are supposed to be amazing. She looks like the Queen of the Fairies from Wind Waker.
All the sound fell away. Who composed the music for this? I'm going to look that up real quick.
I can look it up for you real quick.
Yeah.
I have muted that.
I heard it.
Oh, he did some good stuff.
James Newton Howard?
Yep. Space Jam, Pretty Woman, Peter Pan, King Kong. She looks like oh no. Final boss time.
Look at this, how her feet aren't actually touching the water. The water isn't even below her. There's literally a force field around her that you can see whenever the water comes up and goes over. She
literally became Atlantis.
There's a force field surrounding her that is a perfect circle, and that is just so epic.
Yeah, she's 110%.
God, I hate that word.
Now. What?
Epic. No, I should have let her touch it. Let him touch her. He would have. Never mind.
There was no consent.
But you'll see, though.
Just the design of her body right now is insane.
How you can see her head through her hair because it's not physical. Oh, that was a good glare, and she's not happy about this either.
Atlantis is literally gonna crush.
Here we go. Good speech here.
Capitalism. I'm just gonna punch him in the face. Nice! I called it.
Nice. I like how Audrey's the first one to come back. She seems a little more hardened, but no,
they care.
Empathize. I like how they have the main cast, but then they also have just a bunch of nameless goons that can take their place if they need someone to drive. Notice the Doctor Sweets isn't even there. He stayed behind to help the king.
Well, they had to.
Good man.
Damn. Hey,
Withering.
Milo, press the Overwatch button.
I haven't. Yeah, you can recall.
Yeah, he hit the recall button.
I haven't seen a great withering expression until that moment.
This is so good.
Same thing.
Everyone's kind of
double parking.
People died.
There's a sucker born every minute.
She didn't want to leave either.
She's a complex character because she shows that she doesn't. Oh wow, the water immediately dries up. She shows she doesn't want to. I would wonder, actually, that baby right there gives me a lot of questions. I wonder how a society that lives for, the individuals live for thousands of years, how do they keep from overpopulating if they are actually having babies? And again, how fast do they grow up? Do they just grow up to like age 30 and then stay that way for thousands of years? What is the deal with this place?
From one punch? Damn.
One punch. Okay. Yeah.
One Punch
is a pretty big man, and he remember, this guy's like 20 billion years old.
That's fair.
His internals are duct taped together.
Well, about that.
She is a crystal. Lord the crystal's a classist.
How old is the civilization too that had 7 kings with the 8th one? Why is it 7? Why is it always 7? You wait to watch that movie too.
7 is the most amazing number that you'll ever do.
We definitely have to watch 7 as well. You've seen that one, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. The cloth sack people.
No,
Oh, that one. Yeah, I was thinking of 9.
What's in the box?
What, yeah,
9? No. How do you mix up 7 and 9? Unless 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. God damn it.
I mean, there's gluttony in 7, so maybe that was 9.
You know what? 7's a good movie. Yeah, that's a good one. Freaking dude, that's another one where they do a great job showing the motivations. They show the progression of things.
That's very organically.
I like it. I like it. God damn it.
I mean, what about your people though? You have your people, and your people.
Fuck them. Fuck those people. Lovely daughter, baby.
That's your son-in-law, sir. Probably. Spoilers. He's literally dying.
Dude, you don't know this guy. This guy is part of what brought these, outsiders, these heretics to your land. And you're going to trust him?
Well, he can trust him.
Dude, there's got to, in if we had stayed with the Atlanteans from the beginning, there would have been some hero like Link or something, or another girl who is like a heroic adventurer person. They would have become the one who got this special.
Wait, this is Hyrule Castle. Underneath Wind Waker.
Rourke is Gandalf. Or no. He was Ganondorf. This guy was Ganondorf. Oh, you just killed Ganondorf. Holy shit. Is Milo Link?
Who's Tetra?
I love how Takeda, obviously.
Wait, this speech right here.
Yeah. Self-deprecating. This is a good motivation from Sweets.
He looks like Doomfist.
Daddy's Thatch.
Get on.
Engine revs. Every line. No, honey, I'll call you. How do the crystals still have power? I thought they lost their power when
residue, crystal residue.
Smoke bomb. Brain
Hey, you got
jerky
jerky.
ammo.
that needs to be one of your redemptions.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Like 1,000, like 1,000. I don't know, like whatever amount you need to have for jerky redemption.
Saddle up, partners. Bring jerky and ammo.
And you should have a piece of jerky. I think that's a good deal.
I'm gonna get that sound clip.
How big is that volcano?
All the way to the top, I guess.
He's such a good voice actor. Who the hell is he?
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, James Garner. That really sounds familiar.
Yeah. Is it? It is James Garner. How do I know him? I know him from something else. Let me
The
look it up.
Notebook, The Land Before Time.
No. He's in a lot of like westerns and stuff.
I know that voice. The Rockford Files.
Oh my yeah. Oh, my dad was just telling me about him. He saw him in Rockford Files and he really liked him. View all.
I know his voice.
What was he? He was something early on.
Fine, early on.
I'll look it up. Don't worry about it. Skin Game. I wonder if that was a porn.
Hour the Gun. I mean, I feel like these things shouldn't be able to. Oh.
I mean, they're stone, so they're not going to be. They're going to be bulletproof, basically.
These are getting good now. Oh, he died in 2014. Oh no.
Yeah.
Meow. Meow.
They like I said, sound design in this movie is pretty damn
so
good.
These guys really hold up against firepower.
He's got a lot of confidence, and this is what happens. And if you're in a stressful situation, you can either freeze up or push through. And he's pushing through. Well done.
Where's his ammo? I love how they turned on him so fast.
Well, it doesn't look like you're trying to kill them. They're you know, what do you call it? He shot his gun out.
They're not trying to kill the bad guys, but the bad guys are like, fuck it.
Well, yeah, I mean, their motivation is to get through this. No, you should have gone for the big one.
Well, they also don't want to hurt the girl either.
Yeah.
Nice. That was hot. Oof.
And she gone. Well done, Milo, holding his own.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, not anymore.
Get him. Oh, good try. Oof.
Yep.
What's a Cupid doll?
It's a prize for getting underworked skin.
How'd she survive that? With minimal...
Lots
okay.
of internal bleeding and broken stuff.
There's at least...
Yep. Yep. Yeah. If you're gonna fuck over your business partner, you better do it all the way. And he's like, nothing left to lose. I'm not getting out of this.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna go commit.
There it is.
Now, wouldn't that cut him
Right
too?
in the neck. Oh. Look at that facial expression.
He's gone mad.
Nope.
Oh, sound. Oof. Like they set it up. They set it up. This reminds me of the movie Serenity, the end of that.
Now he's super powered.
And also Indiana Jones. So, see, they can make more crystal. All you have to do is keep cutting folks.
Wow. That's really dark.
It's how the crystal propagates.
Whew.
Oh, pyroclastic fury, baby.
Excuse me? That was a big word. Volcano. Oh, no.
See, they set it up. They set it up way earlier. God damn, this movie.
This is a wild adventure. Oh, no. It's gonna be super hot.
Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's like a video game. Oh, they beat one boss. Now they're gonna make an escape." But no, they actually set this up beforehand.
This is the magic carpet ride, like in the Aladdin game.
Yep, we're gonna play that at some point.
We gotta get through Goof Troop first.
No, not the driller. No!
Not the drill.
Oh, whoa. Good. But yeah, I just everything in this movie is relatively consistent. Like they set things up well ahead of time.
I feel like this movie really sets the scene of humanity destroying the planet.
I don't know about destroying the planet. I think it's got some anti-colonialism kind of vibes and stuff like that. But it shows. I really like the motivation of the bad guys though, because initially it is about they're going treasure hunting. They're looking in an ancient tomb, and yeah, I mean, if somebody goes into like a tens of thousands of year old tomb, finds something that's useful or valuable, and nobody else is using it, that is morally questionable. Yeah, but when they get to the point and there's a bunch of people down here and they have to kill them to take it, that's where it crosses the line that most reasonable people are not going to be okay with that. And
so you're telling me,
yeah.
You're telling me I can't play Sea of Thieves now?
Oh, you definitely can't. No,
oh, okay.
You're.
I mean, but
person.
we go into vaults and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Horrible person.
Okay,
I can't believe I associate with you.
Then let's go. I mean, I already knew that about myself, but like, damn.
Oh yeah.
So Atlantis is now super powered.
It's always been super powered. You just didn't know it. And now
it's the Iron Giant.
Iron Giant, exactly. God damn it, man! Beat me every turn. I love how they were integrated with the infrastructure. Like they had built bridges. Then one of them was an island, and now they're coming up.
Well, someone's
they probably
vacation
have
home is destroyed.
A lot of them have probably forgotten that these guys even did this.
She is so good at being like the comedic. Like she's not funny whatsoever. But she is the comedic comedy release. Yeah, thank you.
Comedy release. I like that better.
Releasing comedy.
All right, everybody, welcome to Cinema Cynicals. We are your comedy release.
These are like the big nose people who hold up the moon in Majora's Mask.
The Giants?
Yeah. They're like holding up the moon like a Majora's Mask. You know what I mean?
I'd be like, well, big nose people, but they legitimately were like 40% nose. So
yeah, they were 80%. They were 80% leg, 40% nose.
80% leg, 40% nose, 20% arm, and then like 100% beard.
100% reason to remember the name. Yeah, I love that song by Fort Minor.
They were basically just a head on legs. I don't know that song. This is kind of cool. The
remember the name by Fort Minor? I mean, it's not great, but.
And I'll be your crying.
Oh God! Don't even give me.
All right. Oh, I love the look of that. It actually feels Atlantean, based on what they've shown us.
Yo, they're T-pose. They're the first ones to T-pose.
I think
they're T-posing.
I was about to say, I think Jesus is the first one to T-pose, but actually they T-posed 2,000 years before BC. So
yeah,
sorry, they beat you to it.
Was Jesus Atlantean? Oh boy. Oh, hold on. This is where
I think he was part of the Earth Kingdom. Actually, they're Water Tribe. He's Earth Tribe.
That's
Earth
fair.
Kingdom. Oh my God, I just now realized that every group in Avatar had a different style. Air Nomad, Water Tribe, Earth Kingdom, Fire Nation.
Yeah.
Wow. Mind blown. Didn't know that.
There are 4 different cultures.
You're a culture.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it.
We're going to fight during this lovely scene.
You know what? It takes 2 to get over this kind of issue.
Get it.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man. Hey, they saved the city.
Oh, by the way, your dad died? Just letting you know.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't have to know about that right now. How did they get home? I love all the T-posing robots.
The sad thing is, Rourke didn't have to kill a society, a civilization to get rich. He could have gotten rich just by, being nice.
Yo, look at the loot, though.
That's what I'm saying.
This is why you loot vaults and Sea of Thieves. Aw.
Oh.
That means so much. Aw, Cookie.
Oh, Audrey was awesome. Where'd the bacon grease go?
Hug 'em, damn it.
Oh. There you go.
Aww.
Yuck.
Love it.
Good photo.
Oh, mole clothing stuff's so nice.
Yeah, you can put clothes on a mole, but you can't make him not dig. Yeah. There. Mole doesn't like it. They did a great job with characters in this. I love it.
It's so crazy.
Remember at the beginning what he said? If I could just bring one scrap of truth, scrap of proof. Yeah.
You can't kiss him on the mouth now.
Gets him full on the mouth. She cleans up nice. She makes a great queen.
I mean, she didn't look dirty to begin with, but
There's her dad. So now there's 8. You happy now?
yeah, 7, 8, 9. So where's the ninth king?
Oh, he got eaten by 7.
Aiden, I hate that. Aiden. I ate shrimp and grits.
Why should you be hating on shrimp and grits now? I live in Florida. That's our bread and butter.
Man. Milo's going to miss
butter my
Prohibition.
biscuit. I actually say
The
grit
Great
my
Depression.
biscuit. Hey, there I go. And now it shows.
Where did the Italian come from? That's
I'm
me,
not talking
Milo.
So as you can see, the city is thriving. There's waterfalls. There's lots of little things flying around the sky. This little guy in the bottom left is about to come flying.
Put the T-pose up there.
Yeah, T-posing up in the top. That's obviously there. Oh, here comes a shark. Going right at the screen. Heads up. Here it comes, and that's the end.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Okay. I don't know. It's what happens. You just let it. We gotta let it happen.
Let the credits run through. Oh God, that was such a good movie.
Joss Whedon? Joss Whedon was on this. Yeah. Whoa! Interesting. I did not know this was one of his early works. I guess this was actually right around the time of Firefly. Firefly came out not too long after this. I think it was 2003.
So the budget for this movie is actually not 90 to 120 million.
And they made
hot
damn.
They made 186 in the box office.
Yeah. This wasn't. It wasn't like a flop, but it definitely wasn't, because I mean, also with promotion and various other things, this movie did not make back what they thought it would make, and that's one of the reasons why Atlantis 2, they tried to make it into a straight to movie TV straight to TV movie.
So apparently, this came out at the same time as Shrek.
That's probably why. Oh wait, who did Shrek again? Was that Universal? Was that DreamWorks? Is that the competitor to Disney? The much better film, well received film.
Yeah, that was DreamWorks.
But hey, now not everyone's going to be an all-star.
I see what you did there.
They got their game on, but they didn't play.
Actually, there was one movie that topped it in its debut weekend. It's Lara Croft the Tomb Raider.
No,
also came out. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And also not top Shrek, right? Top
no. So the weekend that this came out, Lara Croft Tomb Raider came out, and it was second to that. And the second weekend, Dr. Dolittle and The Fast and the Furious came out the second weekend. So
interesting.
It made 84 mil in the US and 186 worldwide.
Firefly.
Got an average rating of 5.5 out of 10.
5? Really?
Atlantis provides a fast-paced spectacle, but stints on such things as character development and a coherent plot.
What? All right. I will grant them that they did, like, they basically set us up with we need to go to Atlantis. That's okay. We're there. We're starting to go. Like we said, a lot happened in the first 20 minutes, but I feel like they really did a good job of building up the motivation. They did it organically. They didn't just say, "Hey, my name is Milo. I want to go to Atlantis." It actually, built up his job at the what do you call it, museum. He very briefly mentioned his grandfather, who gave him a lot of the motivation, and that was his connection to Whitmore. I don't agree with the fact that they didn't build
there was
up
so
good
much character development. All right, according to
now, I am a bit biased. This is not like a very unbiased, like objective review. I'm not looking at things objectively. But I feel like objectively, they did a lot of very consistent writing. Very few times did I see someone and going, wait, why are they doing that? That's not part of their character motivation. That's not, what how that character normally handles something.
Yeah, it got a 49. It has a 49% right now on Rotten Tomatoes with an average audience score of 54%. This movie is so much better than that.
There's a lot of people out there who are dumb.
I am so shocked.
So actually, Firefly came out the same year as this. 2002, right?
Yeah, this came out in 2001.
Oh, okay, a year after then. Never mind. Wow.
Yeah, it says a 6.9 nice out of 10 on IMDb. I'm shocked. So
that was Atlantis, everybody.
What'd you think? Give me your full honest opinion.
I want to get yours first because I've seen this dozens of times. If not, I literally saw it last week. What would you say
after not seeing this for almost 20 years?
I'm going to ask you. Well, wait, first of all, what would you say is your least favorite thing about this? What do you think that this movie could have improved?
I understand that movies.
I think we can go ahead and pause the background.
At this point we can do that. I mean, people should have clicked off by now. I'm shocked that. I mean, I know movies back in the day, they had to be under 2 hours. That just makes sense, with just how things were. They had to keep it under 2 hours easy because they were on VHSs, they were on DVDs. It's a very different time period. I
think there is something to be said about conciseness, about making sure that you are efficient in what you're showing. You don't want to just show things for the sake of showing them. Michael Bay. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. Go on.
I wish this movie, if it were another hour, 30 minutes to an hour. Let's give it 2 hours. Let's give it a runtime of an hour and 28 minutes instead of 98. Give us another 30 minutes on this movie. Develop a bit more of the exploration into Atlantis itself. Like the trip from the surface to when they first discover Atlantis. Give us another 10 minutes or so. Thank you, Sherlock. Give us another 10 minutes or so on that. A bit more time of the main cast interacting with the people of Atlantis, so we have a bit more reason to want to save these people other than just, hey, you got to save the king, Milo's love interest, Kida. Shut up.
I feel like this is our weekly Easter egg. You hear Sherlock in the background. You're going to hear him at least once per show. And this is, you got to mark the time in the guys in the comments down below. Mark the time when you shocked. Mark the time in there when you heard Sherlock, and we're going to do that going forward. All right.
I just feel like they could have developed things with a little bit more time.
I would say 3 parts that I would like to see more of, and that is his maybe a little bit of more time in his daily life before getting kicked out of the or not getting kicked, leaving the museum. A little bit of that just to show that he didn't lead a glamorous life. It did a good job of showing that he lived alone. He had a cat, and that was like his only companion. He really didn't have anyone who supported him. But then I would say the interaction with Whitmore, I loved it. It was very efficient. It gave a lot of information very quickly and very, very well. But I would say, yes, if we could expand upon that, maybe go a little bit more time with Whitmore on the screen, maybe introducing Rourke for a little bit more time, maybe going through the planning process of this. And then, yes, in Atlantis itself, give a little bit, maybe like 5 to 10 more minutes of interactions with the people, showing they did like a 3-minute long spiel where they were going through the market, eating the food with the doctor and Milo or Mole
and the tattoo,
Vinny. Yeah, they're going through the market with the tattoo, seeing the fisherman, but that was like 3 minutes long. So give us a little bit more depth in there. Maybe have 5 to 10 minutes in each one of those areas to flesh that out a little bit. Yeah.
And one thing they didn't do that well character development wise is show the team from the history that we know of Milo's grandfather. We know at least of one expedition that they went on with his grandfather, the team itself. So like we know that they're connected, but we don't like. I never really felt that they were connected. Like they knew each other and they adventured, but I feel like there was a lot more of a bond between them as a team.
I think they did a good job.
Grasp that enough.
Okay, I can see that. I feel like they did a good job of showing the camaraderie between them all, given that they were helping each other climb up over the
there was a lot of body
wall.
language, yeah. Like especially at the end when they turn on Rurik. Like they definitely showed that pretty well, but
Audrey, I feel like she definitely should have seemed a little bit more like an outsider because she wasn't on the first expedition.
Yeah.
I think either her father was and he retired.
To help someone else, her sister, become a boxing champion or something.
Well, no, she was doing that on her own, but go ahead. Sorry.
I just know I see like what the critics are saying with some of the character development. There's some things that are missing, but with the time that they had, I thought they did very well with giving us what we needed in order to have this all come together with solidly. And like I thought this was a really good movie. Like I said, I'm the movie version. This hopefully kind of breaks me into some film. And honestly, I think we should keep like a rating system in and of itself to kind of like point. I can we can put it on our PowerPoint and kind of update it as we go along here. But like we can probably do.
Can we do? I have 3 things. Maybe you can add another category, but 3 categories I'd like to rate it on. Everything we go going forward. Visuals. Sensory. So visuals, audio, music, so sound composition, music composition, visuals, how everything, like all the animation, how it sort of like synced up with audio and so on. Then character development, and that includes like character interactions, maybe voice acting and so on. And then the last would be overall narrative. Like, did they make a good story?
Okay, hold on.
So those are my 3 categories. Do you have any?
One second here. I'm opening up the doc right now.
All right.
We can do this, guys. We're doing this on the fly. Let's see.
We're very prepared. Hashtag pro streamer.
I mean, this is honestly, yes, exactly. So we had what? Sensory.
I'm calling it sensory because I don't want to say video, audio, visual, like all the sound design, the music, and the visual composition.
Okay, so we had sensory,
including animation,
audio / visual.
Yeah, I would say the next one is character. So that includes both character development from a story standpoint, but also voice acting and how well they were brought to life by the actors and actresses.
Body language, and development.
Mm-hmm. So
and then what was your third one?
So character development includes writing and stuff like that. And then the third one is just overall narrative. Did they craft a good and consistent story with organic, development of the plot, as well as like the antagonism, so did everything make sense? So my example that I'm going to use to give this one a good rating is the fact that they mentioned the volcano early on as their volcano was the fact that they fell into it. And you could say that's kind of a plot contrivance. It's not a plot hole because, it feasibly could happen. It just unlikely. But the fact that it happened and then later on they use that as the end of a climactic fight to belay into a climactic chase scene almost. It didn't just come out of nowhere. It was set up beforehand, and it was set up and payoff is big for me. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's part of the narrative crafting. Did they craft a good narrative without a lot of plot contrivances, plot holes, and with consistency? Those are my 3 categories, but it's entirely possible I overlooked things. So do you have any?
No, I think that's pretty good. We can always work. We can
general
always add
pop appeal. No, I'm just kidding. How many pop culture reference were they able to do per minute? Like what's their pop culture reference average per minute?
If anything, we could probably add a 4th of just
comedy.
No, because not everything we're gonna watch is be comedy, but I think maybe like an entertainment value of how much we like, how much kind of encompassing in a sense of
I like it.
like a way to keep our attention, way to
Yeah.
like, did any part of the story veer off? Like, yeah, well, of course we're gonna go on tangents, like we're trying to entertain, but at the same time, like we want to like what's gonna attract, like what's gonna bring us back. Like how many times like we're like, hey, like we can't think of anything because we're so enticed. So, like entertainment, I can like attention grabbing. I'm just gonna call it entertainment value.
I like that. No, yeah, I'll give two examples. One is in my opinion, one of the best crafted stories I've ever seen is Shawshank Redemption. But I would say that it doesn't really have a lot of entertainment value. Is a weird way to put it, but I would say it captures you in terms of character development and payoff
So
of character. But
attention
it's not flashy, you know?
capture. We'll think of a better like term for it.
I'm gonna say that is a good category. It's low ranking for me, meaning if a movie has the first three, I'm perfectly satisfied with it. But
Yeah.
having the third knocks it into the next, level.
All right. So, well, let's start with sensory. Out of 10, give me a good sensory. You want to do 10 or 5?
I like 10. There's just a little wiggle room.
Yeah.
And,
so, sensory for this, what would you give this for sensory?
I really like the sound design, the sound of the crystal Rourke near the end, the whooshing of the stones, the sounds of the screeches and the hums and the whirs and the thrums of the vehicles. The Atlantean vehicles was very well put together. Whoever designed that, amazing job. I never once felt like the sound was out of sync, which is kind of basic. If your movie doesn't have that, it's kind of a poorly crafted movie.
Mm-hmm.
From a visual standpoint, we've noted it multiple times. The expressions on the characters' faces, the way that they move, the animations of everything was just so smooth, but also so expressive. You got a really good sense of the emotions that character was conveying. And just the general, like the water, the light, the everything about the very 3D animation of the submarines and the Leviathan. I'm gonna go. I don't like giving things a 10 in general, just because that means that it physically cannot be better. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I'm an arbitrary person.
Yeah.
What do you say?
You brought up a lot of the good points. I really enjoyed how much detail they put into, like, just the thing that really stood out with me is just how detailed and crisp that the characters were. The expressions on their faces really got me. I think there's one scene, there's one particular scene that I will remember for a while. Just like there was a massive smile on Rourke's face, and then like it went from like this smile was just completely overtaking his face, and it goes down to just the smallest little like pout, not pout, but just scrunched up mouth because he was thinking.
A little smug smile, yeah.
Yeah, it was just the amount of detail that they added, and like they didn't do a whole lot with the eyes, but you could just tell like a lot of the intentions with the eyes itself. It really captured me and really made me feel for these characters.
I think with the eyes with like Helga and stuff, you saw a lot of emotion, but with Rourke specifically, his eyes,
so much in Rourke. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like they really conveyed a lot of his stoicism. And the fact that he wasn't shaken by a lot until the very end when he was mad at Milo and they were fighting. You got a lot more emotion, almost glee, as he was able to beat up this guy who had been a nuisance for a while. He was a bully, and he had been hiding it for so long, but he was so happy to be able to take out his anger on this guy.
It was really stellar. I'm gonna give it a 9.
I like it
because it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be tough to find a better animated, better movie that looks animated better. than this one.
I'll stop being a pansy. I'll go 9 too. I agree. You've swayed me.
Okay.
That's good.
Wow. On our first rating, we're already
Already in 9.
No, I'm just saying we've already swayed and kind of given. So next is character with voice acting, body language, character development. I'm gonna go a little bit lower in this one. I think I mentioned a little bit before of they gave us a lot when it comes the 3-ish main characters, Milo, Kaida, and Rurik. There was so much there. But the secondary characters, they gave us enough to be invested, enough to kind of feel. Sweet was kind of the 4th character in this. I feel like it was Sweet King, the King. They were the very secondary characters, and the rest of the team secondary. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the team and a little bit more with the people of the Atlantis. Something I'd like to see is the side characters and the background characters having a bit more to them other than just faces in the crowd. I know you can't do that with everything, and I'm a little bit picky with that one, so I'm gonna go a little bit lower on this than a 9. But you definitely kind of see how the team grew. You throughout the movie, you saw how the characters changed from, hey, there's just a mission, we want money, to them finally following through with Milo and be all right, hey, we have to do the right thing. We feel like this is going to work for us in the end, whether we get money or we just kind of, not destroy this civilization. It's way bigger than what they are, and they kind of saw that, and it's really cool that it ended that way. I wish that Helga would have come out in the end, but I understand that she was kind of the second antagonist, and not everyone's going to win in that sense. So I'm going to go with an 8.
I think I'm actually going to go lower than that because I really like a lot of the things that I like about this are mostly establishment of character motivation and the relative consistency of a lot of the characters as the plot went on. The fact that, in my opinion, Rourke never really changed. Early on, you weren't paying too much attention to him because the movie really didn't show you much about him. He looked like he was the kind of guy who was going to do what he needed to do to get his goal. And his goal was not going to be shifted by petty little things like morals. But beyond that, aside from the fact that I think that they did a good job of consistent characters, I do agree with you. They only had a few instances of actual character development in that they had the moment around the campfire, going to sleep, tent, talking about their individual backstories. 30 to 90 seconds for each one, a little backstory. The fact that we were coming at this from the perspective of Milo for the most part really didn't give us the chance to learn more about them beforehand. But I think that the movie it could have had him ingratiate himself into the group a little bit sooner in order to get that time with them. But I think that they sacrificed character development for overall narrative. So I'm actually going to give this one a 6 just because I think it was good. It was better than average. 6 better than average. 5 is not bad. It's just not good. 6 is leaning towards the good side, but they the moment with Whitmore, it stands out to me as a good moment that pulls back on this.
All right.
No worries, you do what you gotta do.
No, you're good. No, you're good. I'm also gonna change my thing up a little bit too. I'm gonna give this a 7. I definitely give 8's a little too high for what I want here. So I definitely can see where as 6, I'm not shocked by that, but I'm yeah.
Well, it's like when Whitmore goes up to the picture and he goes, "You hear that, Mike Thunder? I'm going to the afterlife with a clear conscience." And then 2 seconds later, he's sighing, goes, "Your grandfather was a great man." And it just they given the time, they really had to rush through some of the character development.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's one thing that kind of knocked this movie is they had to rush through it because they only had a certain amount of time of just over 90 minutes, which kind of sucks. So bringing in now, sorry, finish up.
Okay. I was just say I think they had a good problem. They had great characters that we wanted more of and to know more about, but we didn't have the time. So it's a good problem to have. It's better than having bad characters that you spend too much time with.
That's fair. So moving into kind of what we were talking about here, narrative. Well, what would you rate the narrative of?
I'm gonna split the difference because I'm gonna say that they in order to have a good narrative, they took away from the character development a little bit because, like I said, we're telling this story from Milo's perspective. He starts off, he's very enthusiastic. Nobody believes him, nobody supports him, but he just knows. He knows his grandpa supported him, but his grandpa's gone. He gets this crazy turn of luck when this random, rich guy comes out of nowhere and he's like, "Hey man, I'll fund your expedition." Then he's a fish out of water. He doesn't know these guys. He's an academic. They're all mercenaries. And I get fish out of water. I just got that.
Atlantis is under the ocean.
But so it's all told from his perspective. And I feel like they really organically, I said that so many times today, brought him into the fold at the right time, like halfway through the story, like 40 to 45 minutes into this 90-minute production. He's just now becoming accepted by the group of people around him. And that's when you start getting the character development for them. Whereas we lost a lot of potential with them, but it served the movie's purpose so well. At no point did anyone's did the overarching plot become lost. It didn't go meandering down any other pathway. It was a very straight line from start to finish, and I think they executed it very well. I think that it was rushed in a few places, so I'm going to give it an 8 because it's not like 8 is really good, 9 is amazing, 10 is perfect. 8, I'm going to say it may not be worth an 8, but I'm going to give it an 8 because I also am a little bit biased on this.
Yeah, a little bit. You definitely felt it. I think I mentioned it a few times earlier in that the story is very rushed.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the time period is very different when it comes to movies. You can't have a 4-hour movie or a 3-hour movie. Like, this was a pretty strict 90 minutes if you think about it. Like, you have the opening stuff, you have the closing cutscenes, and within that you have just under 90 minutes. They told a lot in that 90 minutes. There was a lot to take in, but it kept a little spoiler for next time. They kept your attention pretty well. There was a lot going on. There was a lot to take in. So you really had to pay attention to the whole movie, which is kind of nice. There's really very little point in that movie where you could sit and process. It was just all there all the time. It was a great story. Like, that was so much fun. Just the path of where they were taking us. Like, they took us on a journey, and that was a hell of a lot of fun. That was a really fun journey. I enjoyed that from beginning to end. Like, that movie had a really good plot. They just didn't have enough time to tell it. I will knock it for time because you have to. But the story in itself is good. I'm going to give this one a 7. I was going to give it a lower, but I think 7's good.
I think it's fair. I think you're right in that. What I would say is, regardless of time, I think a well crafted story can be told in a span of minutes if you have good enough writing. And
I think the writing was really good here.
I think it was really good, but I think given the time constraints, it could have stood to be a little bit better.
I could have been a lot better with 30 more minutes, but I understand, at that time. And with the last
Jedi,
the Lost Empire, the last category is attention capture. This one's we're gonna kind of work on a little bit, but I think this movie kept my attention the entire time. Like, my ADHD brain goes off wild. Like, I mean, first episode, I'm looking at different settings. I'm making sure things are good. Like, I almost kind of forgot we were recording there for a little bit. We were just shooting the shit, having fun. I enjoyed all of that. This movie really caught my attention, and all the little details really kind of like, it really helped. There was just this whole movie combined. I think this one could be like a final wrap up of like all of the 3 and kind of like our final thoughts and kind of like our final personal opinions on the movie. This could be the final category for that.
Mm-hmm.
So more like just like final thoughts.
Overall feeling, more of a subjective take on the movie rather than objective.
Overall subjective rating per se. I really like the story. I think I could definitely see where the origins of the story came, which is cool. The fact of like, hey, like this is just Columbus finding America, in a sense, you know, like it's a modern story of that. I really enjoy this movie. I'm gonna give this a. I'd watch this movie again. I don't know how great it is, but I know.
I like it.
I'm gonna give this an 8.25. I think overall.
I like it.
I think, like I said, the visuals look goddamn amazing. If I had more time and more character development, I'd definitely rate this higher. But like, this is something I'd go back and watch again. Like, I would make popcorn, I'd make dinner, I'd sit on the couch and just watch this again. And like, I base a lot, like I judge a lot of things on if, I can put my phone down. And like, yeah, we're recording and stuff, but like if I wanted to sit on the couch and watch something, I could sit on the couch, put my phone down for 90 minutes and watch this movie and not worry about looking at my phone or anything.
This is a movie I would take to bed with me.
Oh.
In my phone.
Buy dinner first?
No.
Wow. Drunkratt the Gentleman, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to bring it the beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard.
Oh my God, yes. There's so many good lines in this too.
Yeah, we missed a lot of little lines just because of what we were talking about. But
I gotta go back and watch this. And like, there's at least a couple, like, you know.
If you have a chance to watch this movie and just turn on subtitles, there's a lot of little things going on in the background. Miss Packard has a few great lines. Like,
oh my God, Miss Packard was easily the best character.
To whoever took the L out of the motor pool sign, haha, you're very funny.
And then later on,
dinner will be baked beans, musical program to follow.
We're all gonna die.
Who wrote this?
Just the little things in the background while other things are going on. Was that your final?
Yeah, 8. I think 8.25. I think that's a good. I think that it's for me. I think that's a good all around. You know, like I'm not even averaging like what I have. I'm just saying in general, like my overall thoughts and feelings. I think that's just over an 8 movie wise.
I'm gonna use this category also for my. Judging whether or not something is unnecessary. And by that, I mean, like, if something is artificially flashy just to look flashy, if it just looks good just to look good, not to actually contribute to the story, contribute to the character or anything like that, I'm gonna dock points here. Like for instance, I'm gonna say Transformers, Avatar, a lot of things they're meant to look good for the sake of just showing off their CGI and stuff like that. It doesn't really contribute to the story in a meaningful way. With this, I would say things like the fight with the Leviathan that really brought a sense of panic, a sense of terror. Almost in these moments, the showing of Audrey being cool under pressure, all of that's back into character development. But like the special effects that they had during the 2 major fight scenes, the Leviathan and then the end of fighting Rourke, the explosions that they had were pretty tame, I would say. All of the overall animation, like wow factor, the spectacular was on the muted side, and it was only utilized when it was meant to be a really tense or impactful high emotions, moment. That really goes a long way with me. And then going back to the whole nostalgia factor, this movie has been a favorite of mine for a long time. I can watch it literally back to back. I can rewatch it and get more out of it. I can see things I didn't see before. I'm not going to give it a 10 because it's going to take a lot to get me to give something a 10.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 9.
Okay.
This is one of my all-time favorite movies.
You can go like quarters and halves, right?
I know. I'm
just making sure. I don't want to like hold us to just like solid numbers like that.
I'm going to go 9 because 9.5 is also still like approaching perfection, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know what would actually get to that, but it has to be meaningful. So I'm gonna go 9, and I really like this movie. It brings it.
It brings a tear to my eye.
It does a lot for me, and all around, I don't think it was overdone. I don't think. Yeah, I've said all I need to say.
No, that's fair. I that was a good time. This is a good first episode. I think this is a really good thing to start on. It was something different. In the sense of like we're gonna be watching a lot of probably longer stuff, maybe some shorter stuff. Like, but I think this is a good solid beginning of, there's some things that I pick on. There's a lot of funny moments. There's a lot of good times overall. But like, it was a good starting foundation. I'm happy that we chose this for the first movie.
I'd like to see some down below in the comments if you guys are up for it. What are some of your ratings for this? Let's go ahead and break it up into the same categories we did and give me your ratings out of 10. Give us your ratings out of 10. What do you think that this movie falls? Where does it fall for you? And I want to get some feedback.
So, and then when it comes to what we're watching next, we're not entirely sure. We will definitely make sure that we promote it. We'll probably put a picture of it on the screen right here once we decide. Let us know what you guys want us to watch.
That's a good point. Yeah, we'll put up a Twitter poll or a Discord poll and just try to see what you guys are thinking.
Good, bad, ugly. Like, we are here to have us watch something amazing. Have us watch something god awful terrible. I'm down to make
on the docket.
Fun of something. Oh yeah, I have the thing up right now.
7. I want Treasure Planet to be on there because Treasure Planet's probably another 9 for me.
Yes, Treasure.
If not, I don't know about 10. I don't know. That movie really does it for me.
So, no, I got a few things up. There's a few things that we can kind of watch next.
Have you seen Treasure Planet?
I don't think I know I've seen Atlantis. A lot of that movie I do remember, but I don't know if I've seen Treasure Planet. But I don't know if I want to go 2 animated movies that one back to back.
All right. I got you. We'll save that for a good time.
But I don't think we have an idea as of right now. But like I said, we'll flash up on the screen. We'll promote it the next time we have, for next week, before next week. But yeah, I think any other final moments, any other final wrap up thoughts, ideas about this first episode, about the movie, anything that's going on in your brain right now?
Just all those YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, all that.
I'm sure. I think I'll probably put a couple of those up as the movie's going on. I'll probably put up on the screen just to kind of,
Oh, this was entertaining to y'all. If you guys have any feedback on audio, visual, style, give us some feedback. We're probably not going to change anything, but we'd like to hear from you.
I mean, I'm definitely going to be kind of picky about it. I already have some things that I can definitely go ahead and change myself.
I defy you to change anything.
But let's see. I have a couple ideas of what we can watch for next. Yes.
We also have an idea. If this channel does, if this is entertaining, if people enjoy it and people want to see it, share it and so on, we may split off, and not necessarily split off, but also add a segment where we do some video games where I watch Pun play a video game that he hasn't played before and laugh at his efforts.
Wow. Rude.
Honestly, that would actually be a huge benefit for me because I'm always watching his stream. I freaking love, watching him play blind. Yeah, but like this way, I could actually take a side seat and just check it out in person.
Wow, you get a back seat? Damn. Oh well, technically you're side seating. There's no back. We're on a 2D platform. We're on a 2D.
6 years ago, I had a single episode series called Sidecar Psycho, where I took someone else's review and reviewed it. It was really funny and really cringe. It's the worst thing I've ever. Well, it was one of the worst things I've ever done. I've done a lot of bad things.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, we'll put up what we're going to be watching next week soon. We'll put it up, like I said, we'll flash it at this point. Well, at this point, we'll show what we're watching next.
And if you don't already know, both of us stream. We'll have the links down below. We're not going to
all the socials, all the things. I mean, we're not too great at promoting stuff. We're just kind of having a good old time.
I know I'm supposed to say it, but I'm not. I don't like it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notify button next week. The latest SYNICALS notifications. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you all so much for hanging out. See you in the next episode with that thing that we showed you earlier that we definitely have planned.
And I think until next time, I'm the movie version Pun. That's Mr. University. Universal
Mr.
Studios.
University.
Mr. University.
I'm very smart.
SMRT smart. He's Mr. Universal Studios himself, Drunkratt. And I think that's about time to roll credits.
Bye.